Hi there everyone and welcome back to Chill and Trade TV. If you're new to this channel, please don't forget to like, subscribe and click on the notification bell. And if you are back here again, welcome back ladies and gentlemen. If you want to trade with a regulated FSC broker, just kindly click on the link in the description down below. And if you want to find out exactly what is an FSCA regulated broker, there is a video in the channel. So just go back and have a look at that. So in this week's video, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be taking a look at Gbpchf as well as Usdzar, just keeping up with those pairs from the previous analysis and seeing if we have new trading opportunities we can capitalize on this coming week. So what we currently have right now is GBPCHF as mentioned. And if you look at the past analysis, we were looking for the bullish momentum to the upside. However, price gave us this pattern. Price just extended the pattern and gave us a bigger pattern, which is not really a trend smash because this pattern is a familiar pattern. So we'll be looking for the same direction, which are buys to the upside. So let me just get rid of this. All right. Okay. So let's just identify this pattern. Let's identify this pattern first of all. We have those highs there. Join with that high there. Then we have these lows right here. This is a nice familiar pattern we are familiar with. This is a pattern we are familiar with rather. Alright. So basically, let me also just add my zone. Let me add it from this high. And I'll explain why I am adding this zone here. Or should I have it there? Okay, let me have it here rather. Let me have it here rather. Let me have this zone right here. So for me, these zones, I actually just use them for entries. I use these zones for entries as well. I use these zones for entries. So now that we have that identified, let me just explain what I will be anticipating. I'll be waiting for price to break out, give me a retest and a push to the upside. So that's the first entry. That's the first entry. This zone for me just adds more confluence. So price can either retest at the zone or retest at the diagonal support as well. So as long as price plays around these areas, once it breaks out and give us a retest, if price plays around these areas, I know for sure that I will be looking for my entries. That will be my confirmations. That will be my confirmations to the upside. And as mentioned, my entry, my TP, this will be my first TP, and that will be my second take profit. So if price doesn't give me a break retest, which is also fine, I have another entry strategy that I look for, which is a break and then just a pattern. Then a breakout of the pattern, I would enter. That's how I would enter. And sometimes you might find this pattern in the zone. So that will be good, very good confluence. Very good confluence. Maybe I could just risk a little bit more. Just risk a little bit more, but knowing that my account will be able to handle the trade if it does turn into a loss. So basically that's it for GBP That's the two entry types I am anticipating and looking forward to. Just gonna be babysitting this pair next week. So let's take a look at USD ZAR and see what USD ZAR is doing. USD ZAR. All right. So with USD ZAR, ladies and gentlemen, let me just go to the daily for this one. So with USD ZAR, initially we were looking for price to reach this high. However, I still do see this thing out, but seems it's gonna take a bit longer than anticipated, which is fine. Which is fine. Which is fine. We'll just focus on what we currently have right now. So with USD ZAR, our focus is still gonna be what happened here. This push to the downside, this corrective move to the downside. Good signs if you see price moving correctively, which means it's gonna reverse soon. When we don't know, but soon. All right. So for now, I'm just going to identify this high there, put this there so that let me see if I do this as well, just to see if we can focus on what currently is happening right here. Okay. All right. Let me rather, let's rather do this. Let's rather do this. Let's rather do this, and I explain why. So this is our playing area right here. This is basically our playing area right here. Let me I just want to show you guys something that I see. This is our playing area. Basically here, whatever happens here within this is our playing. This is our playing area. And I'll explain why I say that. Just to make things more simpler for us and not too complicated. Because if I do draw a pattern here, it's just gonna be a bit too much. It's just gonna be a bit too much. For example, let me just show you what I mean. If I do draw that pattern there, like this, this, this does look like one of our patterns we are familiar with. However, I just feel it's better to just identify the zone, well, the highs and lows, that high and this low, so we can look for double opportunities. So since this has been pushing down correctly and it came here and pushed up, let's go to the 1 hour for this. Just want to keep this very simple. All right. So since price did push up, and I think is there a head and shoulder possibly forming here? Is there possible head and shoulder? Let's see. We'll use this as the left shoulder, neckline there, the head, and then might be still developing, maybe somewhere there. I don't know. We'll just wait for the market to play out. We'll just wait for the market to play out. This might be a possible head and shoulder, and since this is the neckline, I'll have my zone right there. We keep to this zone. We keep to this zone there. We keep to that zone there. This might be a possible head and shoulder, but we'll see. But let's rather put the zone here because as you can see, there's most touches and price pushed down on the third touch, which is this one, which is that one. So now we can focus clearly, nicely on this pair. So, ladies and gentlemen, what I'll be anticipating is price to push up, break the neck, give me a retest, and then enter. I'll be looking for entries at the neckline. once it retests, once it retests. So this was just like the head and shoulders was just a guide for this one and the neckline, but it might have play out. It might play out, it might not play out, but it was good that it assisted us, or me rather, assisted us in seeing what we could possibly have. So break out of the zone, retest, and then I'll be looking for my entries to the upside. Then I'll be looking for buys all the way until the high. Let me go to the 4-hour time frame. So basically my target will be this high. You can identify your first TP there, second TP there, third TP there, and then fourth TP there. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. Like that and like that and like that. And the more you get break retest, that's when you can scale in and add your entries. Add your entries. But if you don't get break and retest, you can wait for the pattern. This might also be forming a pattern. This might also be giving us a pattern. And then enter the breakout. So we'll just wait and see. We'll just wait and see. Maybe this will be that head and shoulder we were talking about. The right shoulder, I mean. Shoulder, and then there we have it. There we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Then we'll have that right shoulder. Should this play out? So this is our first setup I am anticipating on USDZAR. This is the first setup I'm anticipating. So usually what I do, I take screenshots of first setups and take another screenshot of the second setup. And then whichever setup the market goes in the direction of, I follow that setup. I follow that setup. So if this price invalidates that first setup and continues to push down, price does continue to push down and breaks the previous low, I'll still be looking for the same things, ladies and gentlemen. Break, retest, and then my target will be, let me just zoom, my target will be this low. My target will be this low. Remember, this will also be the third touch. Let me go to the daily so that we see this properly. This will be the third touch. The first touch, second touch, then the third touch. And then I'll be looking for buys. I'll be looking for buys here. I'll be looking for buys. So that price completes this pattern. So that price completes this overall outer pattern. We have a zone here. Let me see. Let me see. Right there, the third touch. Let me see. No. Okay. From those lows. These lows here. Let's go to the 4-hour time frame. Just see this proper. See the zone. If it had an impact, yes. And it's also a pattern. See, this is what I like. This is what I like. If I see a pattern in a zone, this is where I go crazy, ladies and gentlemen. Because what happened? Price pushed up and gave us another pattern that continued to push the upside. So these are the kind of setups I like. So yeah, this here will also, I'll just wait for reversal candlesticks because it's at the diagonal support and also at the zone, at the zone. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this is the second probability or setup I will be anticipating on USD ZAR. company is desired for next week. If price gives us a break retest, I'll wait for a continuation pattern. I'll be waiting for a continuation pattern. So hope you guys found value from this video, keeping things nice and simple, not too complicating, not too complicated analysis, straightforward. And yeah. I like keeping these things simple. No indicators, nothing like that. Just pure price action. So I hope you guys found value from this video.